I would have to go back to my childhood. I grew up in a very small, a tier three city of Rajasthan. Was raised by a single working mother. She was a professor, so she would be in college, and I would be at home. Grew up in a locked house. It was not a safe city for girls, and was always studying and eating. And when I was eating, I mean, it was the maida biscuit, the bhujia, the ghevar. And no doubt, I was 3x my current size. I was a very, very overweight kid while growing up. And to be honest, I never associated, or we did not even have the awareness that what you eat plays such an integral role in your health and wellness journey. So fast forward, I became an engineer. I only had two options, when you are a kid growing up in a small city, either you become a doctor, you become an engineer. I loved maths. So I decided to come to IIT Bombay and then went on to Harvard Business School. Till then had no vision about unjunking and any of that. But I still remember when I was at HBS, and in the classroom, my seatmate was Marcus, and I was just telling Marcus that, Marcus, I'm going to the gym, I'm still not losing weight, what's going on? And he said, hey Ahana, do you see what you eat? So I had two croissants for the two classes at HBS, and I remember going to Whole Foods and going to Trader Joe's. So these are basically the Reliance of United States. You could visualize like that. And they only had better for you products. They had zero junk policy in their stores. So it made me realize that there is this amazing access in Western countries where families can go and pick food which is tasty as well as healthy. Because here, as soon as I ask you tasty, you think junk, right?
Yes.
Junk
Yes.
necessarily has to be, of course, it's tasty, but that doesn't mean that healthy can't be tasty. So it made me realize that why this access is not there in India. And if you think about innovation in India, it's not that we are not known for innovation. We came up with UPI, we have moved from 2G to 5G, we are doing calls on Zoom, we have moved from singleplex to multiplex. But go and visit a house and check the snacks in their kitchen. It will be the same maida biscuits with palm oil, with trans fat. And it made me realize why basic access like food hasn't changed over decades. And also, meanwhile, my niece, she was detected with type 1 diabetes.
Okay.
And my sister-in-law she only had the same brands that my mother had access to. So that's how I became very passionate about food. And this was my own personal journey. But if you club it with the macro, which is India is a diabetes capital,
Yes.
obesity is such a huge issue. Now we're also talking about protein deficiency, that we are not eating enough protein. And if you don't have health, how can you achieve anything else? So that's how the mission became very personal to me.
Yeah.
And I decided to take that one-way flight from US to India, gave up my H1B, came to India, and realized that there's a lot of work that we all need to do together. And how can we build on this
Yeah.
unjunking mission together?